Charlie, back in the days when Nigerians they drop album or Ghanaians they drop album, you see the two artists. I mean, at least you see some Nigerian feature for a Ghanaian album top or a Ghanaian feature for Nigerian album top. But these days it be like say that thing it change because I mean Davido drop album, Burna Boy drop album, Whiskey drop album, Ashake drop album, Lamgiri drop album and things, and then not a single Ghanaian feature on the album. But before this show, definitely if there is an album release, there will be a Ghanaian feature on the album from Nigeria or a Nigerian feature on the album from Ghana because we all know say, if the song blow for Ghana, it blow for everywhere. Likewise, if the song blow for Nigeria, it blow for everywhere. But these days, it be like say that narrative, it changed. I want to know from you, what could be the problem with right now? These Nigerians are no longer putting the Ghanaian musicians on their album, to have that kind of, that collaboration. I want to know from you why those things not happen again.
Yeah, so first of all, if I look at the genre of music them they do.
Okay.
I mean, if they are dropping Afrobeat album, you don't expect them to feature Ghanaian musicians. When those that are, well endowed in terms of composing Afrobeat sound, authentic one, of course, are Nigerians. So sometimes the genre comes to play.
Okay, why are you saying Ghanaian musicians don't make Afrobeat music?
They do. They are doing very well. But you can't be a master of a genre that originated from another place.
Is the collaboration based on being a master of a genre for business purposes?
If Davido has a slot for an Afrobeat artist, will he travel to Ghana to get an Afrobeat artist, or you look at within Nigeria where he can get maybe a better Afrobeat artist?
But collaborations are not based on.
So
that is fan-based expansion. I mean,
this is the first point that I've made.
Okay.
The second, as you said, fan base. In this context, which Ghanaian artist and which Nigerian artist, starting from them, which Nigerian artist is dropping the album? If it is Davido, Whiskey, the top 10 in the Nigerian music industry, you don't expect them to come to Ghana because obviously their fan bases are more, I hope you get me, than that of the Ghanaians. And this is evident on their, monthly Spotify listeners and, streaming platforms.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't expect them to cross, there and come and feature. That would be like, trying to lower your standard small.
Are they above featuring Ghanaian musicians now?
I'm building a point.
Okay.
But if it is about, trying to tap into the Ghanaian market, maybe that person can get maybe one or two Ghanaian artists on the album. However, money answereth it all, or money answereth all things, right?
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't feature Ghanaian artists whom, like, my numbers are more, are more than his or hers. I hope you get me. So now, what I'll do is I'll do my own thing, feature my boys in Nigeria, and I'll come to Ghana and pay payola, and then they will play my sound. Eventually, my music will get some stand in Ghana and then blow out there.
Okay.
But gone were the days where highlife, hip life, and then other genres from Ghana were winning, while Afrobeat wasn't that type of sound. It was just in the build-up process that they needed Ghanaian musicians on, even during the early era of Afrobeat before it broke into the world. Talking about Pato Rankin and Sarkodie, No Kissing Me. I mean, when hip hop was all out, that is when they always look at featuring Ghanaian artists. Also, away from the genre, we should also away from the genre, the fan base, and then we should also look beyond all these things and look at the impact of the artist that you are featuring on.
Okay.
What juice is the artist adding to the project? So if I'm coming to feature a Ghanaian artist who, is not out there like that, maybe it's well known within the country, but not globally out there, then what is the profit or what is the benefit that I will gain?
Okay.
So I believe eventually when Ghanaians, we step up our game, we will start bagging that feature. However, if it is a hip-hop album, I believe any Nigerian artist who is doing hip-hop will dream of having an artist like Sarkodie, Manifest, Medical, those type of artists on their projects.
Okay, so if I understand you clearly, if I understand you clearly, what you are basically saying is because now they have a lot of numbers.
Yes.
And then Afrobeat is like popping and all
Yes.
that. They don't need a Ghanaian feature on the album.
It's
or
not
what.
that they don't need.
Because so far as I know,
they will
wait.
wait.
But so far as I know, when it comes to album, it is not just about the numbers. It's about getting breaking other like boundaries and going other places and all that. So
I explained over 3 points. It's not necessarily the numbers, but there is or there should be something that you would add to the project.
Okay, so see scenario. Whiskey just released his Morayo album. There are some features on the album that some of the artists that Whiskey featured on. Nobody know them. When they talk of numbers, some of them get like over 20,000 followers on Instagram and things. Something like this. What would you say about it?
Good. So sometimes they may not be musicians. Some may be engineers.
This is just singer.
Producers. Some also may not have the social media numbers, but they are well loved in the country that they are from.
Okay.
So assuming Wizkid wants to penetrate the Caribbean market, he may look through to see which artist in the Caribbean market has this style of, this style of,
His music.
The music that I want to release. Which artist from there has some roots, well loved. I don't think Wizkid will go for an underground artist from the Caribbean market. He will strategically go for someone who, the type of music he wants to conquer that market with would aid in pushing that particular agenda.
But Wizkid doesn't look like somebody who cares about numbers. He cares about talent. I mean, when he featured Tim's, nobody knew Tim's like that, but he did.
If Wizkid cares about talent, why would he be celebrating being #1 on Spotify and co? He cares. Just that he looks beyond the numbers.
So yes,
what are you bringing now? Tim's is very talented, but look at what Essence also did for Wizkid.
Of course, it is his song, so definitely.
I hope you can.
And this happens to be one of the biggest songs.
Mind you, without Tim's also on that project, Essence wouldn't have been Essence.
Well, it's debatable. So.
Well, to me,
because Wizkid had success with his own songs without featuring anybody.
A lot, but look at what Essence did.
Essence did what it helped Tim's more. To do that.
It helps. It helped Tim's more.
Both of them.
It also helped Wizkid. What I'm trying to say is, the numbers come. There are a list of things that you look up to that I believe they will look up to before. And in everything we have scale of preference. You can prioritize this over this. So maybe someone may prioritize talent over numbers. He or she knows that, when I feature this artist, because of the flow, the steez, her style, his or her, vibe, the way he can ride on this instrumental, I believe this song will blow, even though he or she doesn't have the numbers. But this song will blow and make more numbers. Okay. Someone will also be like, these guys have the numbers, or this guy. And typical example is Camido Sugarcane remix. When he remixed the song, a lot of people didn't even understand why Camido remixed that song. But you see, the numbers eventually propelled him to the next level.
Yes,
so they'll be like, okay, this person has the numbers. Or maybe when I feature this guy, it will push my craft out there. So it is something that they will look up for. But, the type of musicians that are in recent time dropping albums, there are people that want, to. That is why when you see Davido's album, you see that he features some international art. Those that he features locally are people that he feels like they will write that song well for him.
Okay.
I hope you get me. When you look at Burna Boy, he does same. When you look at Wizkid, this album that he dropped, if you check the features, strategic features, you would see that the type of sound that he featured, those people with lesser followings, are unusual type of sound. That should tell you that he's planning to penetrate a particular market. So that is...
So in your general, knowledge, I want to know from you what you think would be the problem why...
Eventually when we level up,
so right now they are leveled on some different levels.
Blacko has done a couple projects with most Nigerian musicians, right? Now, I believe, one or two appeared on some people's albums. I think Odumodu Black, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I believe in the future too, most of them, their songs will appear on some of these musicians' albums.
So basically, now the reason why we're not getting in a lot of these collaborations on their albums or vice versa is because they are right now they are level
they are
deals.
level day
So
on. We for try, and that is when we are talking about Afrobeat.
Afrobeat.
But maybe when we are talking about hip hop,
I mean, it doesn't necessarily because Ghana is obvious. Nigeria, we have hip hop musicians like
yeah,
Olamide,
but we
Philo
have them, but the best rapper in Africa is in Ghana.
right?
So the statement is there. Nigeria.
Who's the best rapper?
Obede Hova.
Who be over?
Sarkodie,
Sarkodie,
the only
okay.
rapper who can give Jay-Z a run for his title.
Okay.
And Sarkodie is someone that most Nigerians love. I mean,
respect
if
him
M.I. Abaga salutes him, if some top rappers in Nigeria pays their maximum respect to him, Ice Prince and co, these are like the legends when it comes to rap. They call him the king. Then you should know that, so every rapper dreams of featuring him because, authentically, when we talk about hip hop in Africa, apart from perhaps South Africa, which is debatable, Ghana holds the title. When we talk about rap, it is in Ghana.
Why is he not getting on the field? I mean, the albums of these artists now, because obviously he's done a few Afrobeat songs.
When it is Afrobeat, it is a different vibe.
I mean, Afrobeat, he can rap on it too.
Yes, and I mean, he has done projects with Nigerians that they have held him.
Recently,
probably they are not yet ready to release an album yet. Okay. I hope but eventually those projects, if you have Obede on your song and you are releasing an album, it should be on it. You can't risk taking him off that particular project.
So Obede not level up their level.
Oh no, that is hip hop. What I'm saying
it's not about the genre, it's about the artists.
Yes, so I broke it down into genres because you don't expect maybe someone who is producing authentically Afrobeat sound or Afrobeat sound to come and infuse it with maybe hip hop. I hope you get me. Maybe even though we have Afrobeat songs that rap is on it, but the person is a singer who wants to do purely Afrobeat vibe with colleague singers, and then we say, oh, rapper come. No. But when we want to say, because it's a hip hop rapper, we can say, oh, if it is a hip hop type of album, he would definitely. The only reason why maybe he may not be on many albums from there could be the fact that they may not be able to afford him.
Oh, okay. Nigerians don't go to place I got to get them on the song.
No, some may. Of course, some could.
Are you saying these Nigerian musicians, Whiskey and Ben Abano, place I got to get them on the album?
Let's not.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I'm breaking it down for you. Of course, not all of them. You see, Hambaku is 10K. The 10K is not in CD, so it's dollars, and he's saying that is seconds. I hope you
even though they fly 11 times private jets in a day.
That is what I'm saying, sir. If they are dropping a hip hop type of,
you don't need to put it under.
How many hip hop artists? I'm breaking it down into genres.
Okay, I understand.
Because we are talking about albums.
Yes, okay.
And Davido is an Afrobeat artist.
Definitely.
So Whiskey, this is album Afrobeat occupied majority of the.
He said he's not an Afrobeat artist too.
He's a music, but Afrobeat occupied majority of the songs he released.
Okay.
And then a few type of genres. I hope you get me. So that is why I'm breaking it down for you. That Afrobeat music, they may have their target. Hip hop may have their target. But when we talk about Afro, maybe you say because authentically.
But it's not all Ghanaian musicians who are hip hop musicians.
Not all. But you know what you are not getting me. You see, Afrobeat is Nigerian.
No, we understand that.
Yes.
We know that.
So hip hop.
Ghana is not hip hop.
No, Ghana is not hip hop.
Yes,
but
so
we have
you don't
the
have to narrow it
biggest.
to
No,
just
we have the
hip-hop.
biggest
I
rapper
understand
in
that.
Africa.
So you don't have to narrow it to just hip hop.
No,
we have dancehall musicians. We have Afrobeat musicians. We have highlife musicians.
So
why all these people are not
to
getting
the
an
dancehall
opportunity
side too.
Okay.
I will come to the dancehall side. You are jumping.
I'm
you
not
are
jumping. What
you
you
are
are saying,
going ahead.
you are
No,
narrowing it into hip hop.
I'm breaking
and you
it.
keep moving into Obede.
Yes, I'm breaking
Are you the
it
PR
down.
for Obede?
Oh no, I'm not the PR for Obede. But you know, Obede is obviously the biggest rapper.
Well,
in
we
Africa.
understand that. You don't
So
need
we should
I mean,
accord him
we
that
know
respect.
that. We know that.
Yes.
And the viewers know that too.
Now, when we talk about dancehall, then we can also look at the biggest dancehall artist in Africa.
Who is that?
Oh, it is debatable. Self-acclaimed. Shatawale. We can also talk about Stonebwoy. We can also talk about, you know, Episode and co. That when Nigerian artists, dancehall artists, of course, want to drop an album, I mean, they would have
But
to.
does it have to be based on genres?
Yes, it has to.
Because I don't think it has to be based on
Have you
genres.
ever seen in recent time any artist from Nigeria dropping album and then randomly just, I mean, top most artists,
No, in recent times.
randomly dropping just album anyhow that you see, you know, Afrobeat, R&B, hip hop, like in no particular order.
I mean, I'll definitely, they like that.
Yes, so that is why we have to break it down. We may have different type of sounds on the album, but you could actually tell that maybe this album, majority of the songs are this type of genre.
But definitely, you find some piano in there.
That is why I just said that.
So it's the same
that
thing. If you're looking at the market,
you would see different type of sounds in there, but you would see a particular genre that is more on that album.
Yes, definitely.
So you would draw your clue from there that, you know, oh, this album, even though it is different type of sounds, it is coming from this type of artist.
Okay.
You see me? So that is what we have.
That is up to. So I mean.
So eventually, when we level up in terms of Afrobeat, that's fine.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a genre, bro. In Nigeria, aside Afrobeat, there are other musicians that make rap music, juju music.
Can they afford Sarkodie?
It's not about just. We're not just talking about genres.
Can they afford?
It is the artists as Ghanaian. I mean, Nigerians can afford Sarkodie. They can afford this.
If you say that,
if Whiskey go fee afford Sarkodie, he doesn't even have to pay, bro. Connection, relationship. Why don't Sarkodie and Whiskey not do song before?
Oh, then do before. But do you know what went into it?
It's not about what went into it. That should tell you that they can actually.
Oh no, it's not that you can. Then why won't you go and then call Burna Boy to come and feature Shatawale?
But they already did that in the past.
Okay, why won't you call Burna Boy to come and feature Kiddy?
When the time is right, they will do it.
You see, now you are saying when the time
of course, it has to be artist to artist.
King Promise said something.
What's in?
You know, he has songs with Whiskey, plenty of songs. But do you know why when it comes to releasing those particular songs, it has become headache? They need clearance.
Of course.
So what I want you to understand is it's not because this artist is big here, this artist is big here, so they can automatically work. Sometimes the guap.
What guap? Once you do that, so what guap?
Oh, no,
if the time is not right for the release,
the money.
If the time is not right,
the money. Apart from the money, when you finish recording, you need clearance. Please,
now you know.
So
already,
it's not that, and it will shock
things.
you that A-list artists in Nigeria and A-list artists in Ghana will not even reach a common grounds to release a project
that
together.
One is a lie, bro.
When it comes
it's
to
a lie because
them contacting.
Davido and Stonebwoy did a very beautiful project. So Davido and Darko Vibes did a very big.
Do you know that Davido gifted Darko Vibes that vibes?
It still doesn't matter.
No, like it was just free.
It's free, but they still did it. It's Davido and Darko Vibes.
So do you think Darko could have? It's not. Is Davido?
Are you saying he can't? What are you trying to say?
But Darko Vibes can't pay Davido for a feature. How do you?
What are you talking
is his
about?
Net worth?
No, do you
Bossu,
know
let's call Bossu. Let's call.
Why are you when it comes to music, it's not about money all the time. Listen, let's be fair. You think Burna Boy can pay Sarkodie?
Bossu. No try to preach any agenda.
This guy, you don't know what they
what I want.
What are you talking about? Even if Davido take that shot, listen. Even if Davido take that shot,
what I want make you bab emphatically be say. For now, the current state of I pray, it goes global, even if it is nationwide or some countries where he should cash out from his craft.
Okay.
But the current state of Davido, as of Darko Vibes, as of the time they released Je m'appelle, Darko Vibes can never.
What of R2Bs?
R2Bs will pay. R2Bs, they can't charge them.
Why? Are they beyond charging?
Oh, they are legend. They contributed to Afrobeats.
Okay.
Do you know when
Why? Darko Vibes didn't contribute.
How about you, Darko Vibes of yesterday? Do you know how Nigerians worship? That's one deco. Do you know how they worship our tubis? It is in Ghana that we are, seeing them.
Don't you think? Okay, well, that is up for another conversation. I don't want to bring that up now.
Don't I think?
I don't want to, because I know where you are from.
You want to say, don't I think our tubis are lazy? Go and say it yourself.
You are just
saying it. They enter them out. I don't want to make anybody carry.
I'm not talk anything. If you will go talk about
Bossu, if you want to talk, say, don't I think?
Evidence.
They are not under pressure to release.
You are not the appearer, so you can't say that.
I am.
No wonder you are defending them, Charlie. So I mean, with the hope and praise,
Nigerians will pay them, with what? He will sell his civic. He will sell his civic take by shoe.
I mean, with just the hope and praise, we go see that love way Nigeria and Ghana used to have, especially when it comes to albums and things. Because back in the days, you see a lot of features from Ghana on Nigerian album, vice versa and things. But these days, people like say the Nigerians, they take their Ghanaians, their one, give them. Way right now, when it comes to album, they feature other people from other world because they feel like say Charlie Ghana they conquer here finish. What day here again? But Charlie something still day here because here be the Gold Coast. See if your music touch down for everywhere it blow for everywhere. So Charlie, if maybe today they happen for you, but if you don't forget your brothers for Ghana because they still need that Nigeria Ghana love. So that thing there be forever thing. So Charlie, this is Talk Some Podcast. I mean, share your opinion on this video. What you think? If you think say Nigerians they leave Ghanaians behind, or some tension where they don't make it happen, or what could be the problem? Share your opinion. Let's engage. And this video and this we Talk Some Podcast on Shadout TV. For do what to like, share, subscribe. Tell us if we come challenge this your boy Modia DA Plus. R2B is the appeal.
What's up, yo? This is Zill, the real deal. VVIP all day. Keep watching Shadout TV. Boss Shaggy.
Dano. It's your boy, the self-representative for Shadout TV.
Wagwan people, this what? Shadout TV, Charlie. This be where you for day. Don't go nowhere, you understand? Bye-bye.
Shadout TV News! Want it. Yeah, something like catch them.
Big ups to Shadout TV News, you don't know. By now, you endorse, by no fight.
Yo, it's BPM boss, the whole white boss, aka, everything says, you don't know, we straight and live. As you know, Shadout TV.
Yo, what up? DJ Torres, the name. We live at VIP. Salah Fest inside Nima 2024. Big ups to Shadout TV.